Welcome to WVVH-TV's coverage of the 2013 New York International Auto Show. Everyone, meet Tom Kowaleski. And Tom, this is a great time for Lincoln. 91 years young.
91 years young is a great way to put it. And let me try to capture the 91 years here and give you a little idea of what we are doing here at the New York Auto Show and other auto shows around the country as well. The brand is 91 years of age, and through a lot of those years, Lincoln has been represented as the most iconic American luxury brand. And if you think back to when those 91 years began, Lincoln was always a car that set its own path. It was a car that was distinctive in its design, very unique in its design, had a great personal appeal, and used technology in a very interesting way in which it was not only embedded in the vehicle, but it was integrated in the vehicle as part of the design. And over the years, as often happens, the company lost its way a bit. And we are now in the process of reinventing this brand. And while the focus of the brand is very much on the future, one of the things great brands, and particularly great premium brands, have is always a root to the core of what its heritage was. And so as we reinvent Lincoln for the future, you're going to see those great elements that what once made Lincoln great as a foundation of where this brand is. So if you look around the show today, you're seeing all new Lincolns with stunning design, with simplicity and with elegance and lines, which don't mimic everybody else, with warm and open interiors, and with an integration of technology that's really very interesting. For example, one of the benchmarks of every new Lincoln will be is there's no shifter in the middle of the vehicle. We've now used technology, and we've taken that shifter, because of the ability of the technology, to move that shifter up to the instrument panel to free up the space from a design standpoint. So here's that integration of design and technology, is to free up that space on the instrument panel for people to use for other reasons. Maybe it's more space for purses, phones, whatever. But
it's the premier brand of the Ford Motor Company. And you mentioned luxury and performance. This model that's behind us,
right,
which is a jewel of the New York International Auto Show. Could we talk about
Sure.
this a little bit,
Sure.
Tom, and just let our viewers know that this is important to Ford Motor Company, isn't it?
It is. It's very important because in the next 5 years around the world, the forecast growth in the premium segment of the business all over the world is forecast to outpace the mass segment around the world. So this really is Lincoln, and the reinvention of Lincoln is a major piece of the growth strategy of the company around the world. So it's important. We're rebuilding the brand here in America, but we also announced that we're taking Lincoln to China. And in China, it's going to be fascinating because we're creating the brand from the ground up. There
Even
are no
the logo,
dealers.
Tom, look at the logo design. That's Lincoln design. It's showing lines. It's showing movement. Can we talk about that? Because right now, design is important to Lincoln.
The design of the vehicle is one of the key pieces that will set the brand apart and give us a unique look. And this is not to say set it apart is better than anybody else, but is unique to anybody else. We are launching 4 all-new vehicles in 4 years. The MKZ, which is here on the stand, is the first of those 4. This is the MKC concept, and this gives a very strong indication of where we go with the next all-new Lincoln. And this vehicle happens to sit in a segment of the market called small premium utilities, and it's the hottest segment in the market. The growth last year was 60%. And the reason why this segment is growing so quickly is because it is being populated by people who are coming into the premium market, families, but families with some money in their pocket, of affluence, but want a ride that is stylish like a premium sedan used to give them, but now has more of the flexibility for growing families. It's also a vehicle, and it's also a segment that's being populated by people who no longer need all the space of a big vehicle, like a big sedan, but they don't want to walk away from luxury. So they want all of the custom elements of luxury. They want the beautiful finish. They want great interiors. They want silence. They want performance. They want refinement, but in a smaller package. So this small premium utility segment is satisfying the market at both ends. It's the next one that we will be getting into, and the MKC Concept is a vehicle that kind of telegraphs all of that.
MKC Concept.
Concept.
But you also mentioned that here on the floor we have another model.
Yeah, the MKZ. And if you go over and take a look over this way with the MKZ, this is the first of the 4 all-new Lincolns. And this is the vehicle that's really kind of defining the new face of Lincoln. And as you can see, and you'll probably walk around the vehicle, and as you can see walking around the vehicle, again, there's where it's recalling the heritage of the brand, the stunning design, the simplicity of design. If you look at the vehicle here, there's a single line going across the vehicle, a clean sweep, not a lot of additional adornment on the vehicle. The jewelry that's used and the bright work is in the right place, the full width tail lamp of the vehicle, and very proudly using the Lincoln name in the back. Because that is part of reestablishing the brand, is we've got to reestablish this brand at a level that's different than what it is in the minds of many people today too. So this is the first vehicle. It just came into the market early this year. It's doing quite well. It's available both in regular gasoline powered, but also in a hybrid model. And right now the hybrid model is representing about 50% of the orders. So we have, unlike a lot of other brands that are struggling with some of their electrification efforts, either hybrids or full electric vehicles, this vehicle is getting great acceptance in the market right now.
We would not expect anything less from Lincoln. This is an awesome presentation of the crown jewel of what you and your company is all about. And these have been difficult years. This decade has been a difficult one for the auto industry. But you guys are on your feet and you're running and ready to take over the world with this.
Well, the brand is, I think the brand and what you see reflected in the MKZ and then also the MKC Concept is a very good demonstration of the commitment the company's made to the future of the brand and the resource base of which we now have to use to develop all new vehicles, the technology base, and also the talent base with some of the best designers and some of the best engineers in the entire Ford system working together as one team. And it's not so much of creating new technology, but it's really integrating the technology in a very unique and creative and new way in which you see in this vehicle.
Well, thank you, Tom. Lots of energy here at Lincoln.